ISUPK.
We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Only men prepare to die. We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Never let their brothers die. We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Only men prepare to die.
This is from the Westchester Patch. During PA road rage incident, 3-state manhunt underway. Let's get to the gist. This is the devil. They're saying shot the woman in the head, man. West Goshen, PA. Police in 3 states continue to search for a man they say fatally shot an 18-year-old woman in the head during a road rage incident Wednesday in Chester. They're calling this a road rage incident. They're not calling this murder, man. He shot her in the head for nothing because the two ran into each other. Okay. There's the devil. In breaking news, they're saying they caught the devil a few hours ago. Okay, but this is the woman that was murdered. She was shot in the head over nothing, man. Because the two cars decided to collide. This man didn't have to do this. All he had to do was get his car towed and go home, man. But look at this woman. She was an 18-year-old BIANCA Roberson, man. All right. BIANCA Nicole Roberson, 18, of Westchester, was shot in the head, man, over a car accident. Shot in the head and killed. She was murdered, man. And this is a woman that was shot and killed. And let me tell you this. When you celebrate the 4th of July, you are stepping on this woman's corpse. You're stepping on her dead body, and you spit in her family's face when you celebrate the 4th of July. Because to celebrate the 4th of July is to celebrate acts like this. Acts like this had to happen to the so-called Native Indian, the so-called Negro, the so-called Hispanic, for the so-called white man to get America, to get the United States, man. To celebrate the 4th of July is to celebrate the murder of your people. When America got independent from Britain, that wasn't to free you. That was to put you in slavery and oppress you, man. And to lead you down the valleys and shoot you, murder you by the hundreds, man. To put you in hardcore slavery, man. Having you picking rice, picking cotton, peanuts, what have you, whatever they had you doing, man. Splitting and tearing your families up and shooting you in the head if you got out of line, quote unquote. To celebrate the 4th of July, man, is to celebrate the oppression of your people, man. Think about that when you slap the pork ribs on the grill. But you know what? Though you're a happy slave in America, though you love it here, you'll go and just eat some ribs and call it a day. You'll say that this woman has nothing to do with you, even though she could be your cousin, she could be your daughter, man. The Most High's had enough, man. There's somebody that's not a slave. You love being a slave, man. But this is 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, and the 8th verse. Let's see what the Lord has to say about it. I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. He profanely committed that, man. An 18-year-old girl in a car crash decided to shoot her in the head. Neither will I suffer them in those things. Meaning what? He's not going to tolerate it anymore. Because the so-called white man's lived in prosperity, you go and serve his God and his religion, which is the Christian church. But the Most High is not going to hold his tongue anymore. He's not going to tolerate them doing this to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, his people, anymore. In which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me. Meaning what? Her blood cries unto the Most High. Why? Because the man that shed her blood, his blood wasn't shed. The race that has shed her forefathers' blood, so-called black man's blood, their blood has not been shed. Our blood cries to the Most High. The blood of Noel Aguilar, the blood of Trayvon Martin, the blood of Mike Brown, man, cries into the Most High, man. And the souls of the just complain continually. That's us here in the ISUPK. We're complaining to the Most High in school, complaining to the Most High out at camp, complaining to the Most High on the street corners and in our classes, for those of you that don't know. Verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. As sure as you're celebrating the 4th of July, as sure as you're throwing your stinking, disgusting pork ribs on the grill, the Most High will repay the so-called white man for what he's done to you. To put it in perspective, man, so you understand that and believe that. He will answer the so-called white man for what he's done to blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians.